The Bureau of Reclamation announcing today a limited water supply for this irrigation season amid continued drought conditions. The Klamath Project is a system of dams, canals, and pumping plants that runs along the Pacific Flyway in southern Oregon and northern California. Historically, it has delivered up to 420,000 acre-feet of water to around 230,000 acres of irrigable land. Reclamation says this year, the Klamath Project will receive around 50,000 acre-feet of water. It'll be for limited irrigation starting this Friday, April 15th. The Bureau says it's subject to meeting an end-of-water year upper Klamath Lake elevation of no less than 4,138.15 feet.
We wish we had better news today. Obviously, there are no winners in this critical year as all interests are suffering, fisheries, farmers, tribes, and waterfowl alike. But given the current hydrology that we have to work with, we did the best job we could.
NBC 5 News told you just last week the Klamath Irrigation District sent out a ballot to ranchers and farmers. It asked them to weigh in on federal drought funding. 319 out of 377 voted yes to the district attempting to deliver water, even if it does complicate drought funding. The Bureau says any unauthorized diversions of water will result in reductions to the Klamath Project water allocation, along with appropriate legal action. The Klamath Water Users Association called the government's announcement today, quote, incredibly disheartening. NBC5's Jenna King caught up with the KWEA. She's live in our newsroom now. Jenna?
Craig, last year, zero water was allotted through project facilities for irrigation for the first time in 118 years. The KWUA says this year's supply, while more, is the second worst ever. The Klamath Water Users Association represents irrigation water users who produce food based on irrigation water supplies from Upper Klamath Lake. KWUA leaders say there is adequate water available this year to provide irrigation from Upper Klamath Lake to the Klamath Project. The organization says project family farms and ranches will likely have less than 15% of the water they'll need to produce crops. The KWUA's executive director, Paul Simmons, says many farmers will get zero water, some will get some, and few will get what they need. He says moving forward, the labor force will be negatively impacted.
People who will not have jobs, who have worked for certain farmers for decades. There will be kids in school that lose their friends because their parents had to move because they can't work. That's the nature of what we're talking about.
Along with today's water atonement, Reclamation announced $20 million in immediate aid to the Klamath Project through the Drought Response Agency for the irrigation season. An extra $5 million in technical assistance is also becoming available to Klamath Basin tribes for tribally led projects, according to Reclamation. Details on the plans are available on Reclamation of Klamath Basin's area office website. For now, live in the newsroom, Jenna King, NBC 5 News.